that is above every other name. That at that very name, Yeshua, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, every knee must do what? Bow. Whether the things in heaven and earth and beneath the earth, and every tongue shall say that Jesus is Lord. Because of what he did. And he said, learn from me. You want your name to become powerful in your field of endeavor? Learn from him. You want your name to become powerful in your community? Learn from him. You want your name that anywhere they hear, they say, that man, fear him. Learn from him, Yeshua HaMashiach. That's why they fear Nnamdi Kanu. Some of you didn't hear what I said. Do you understand what I'm saying now? That's why many people they fear him, because of what he has done. Oh my goodness me. Oh dear Lord. My Lord and my Father. Tell me a frontline politician today in this very contraption that is called Nigeria that will not tremble at that very name, Nnamdi Kanu. Even those of them that don't fear God, fear him. Do you understand what I'm saying now? That was how Yeshua became so powerful. That today when you mention Yeshua HaMashiach, demons flee. Not because you just mentioned the name, but it is because of what that came with that name. It is because of what that gave him that name, the things he did, that made God to give him such a powerful name. If they hear that Nnamdi Kanu is coming back here now, all the army will run. All the police, they will be... Forget about this. All this commando display there. Forget about no strength there. There is fear, panic in their heart. Even when they send some of them to go and arrest him, they say, well, if we die, we just die. Fear! Have you seen any time that there was a mass resignation, mass exodus of soldiers in this country? If not this very time. These people answer me now. 200 resign, 300 resign, 120 resign, 150 resign. Are you hearing me now? And this is conservative figures. Because he was telling them, resign, 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 resign. And they started resigning. He is not the president of Nigeria. He is not the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria. But he was able through microphone. These people are not here. Nnamdi Kanu was able through microphone, by the divine mandate of heaven upon him, to command the armies to resign. And they resigned. Some people kept on plotting to make sure they bring him down. Some people have been fighting, even the deputy, the former deputy. Up to now, the name Nnamdi Kanu remains formidable. Only 2 words, Nnamdi Kanu, finish. Not that and added to it. He is not tall. He is not fat. He is not a president. He is not a senator. He is not a governor. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? He is not the Secretary General of UN. Yet, anytime he is having a live broadcast, even the deaf and the dumb and the cripple, they are all struggling to hear what he has to say. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Through microphone, he conducted and coordinated the EndSARS protest that was unprecedented in the history of this very zoological republic. Everywhere was shaking. He said, bomb police station down, they obeyed. He said, bring down the government establishment, they brought them down. Before, who knew that name? Nobody. Are you understanding what I'm saying now? For about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, did anybody know that name? Did that very name, Nnamdi Kanu, did it reverberate? Did it resonate? Did it shake anywhere? Why is is it that that name is making impact today? Why is it that that name is shaking the foundations of government? Because of what he has done. How did he do them? By learning. By learning. Even Mazen Namdekano had a new beginning. Because he did not begin his career with Biafra agitation. They didn't hear what I said now. He didn't begin his career with Biafra agitation. He was a consultant. Are you hearing me now? And nobody knew the name until he had a new beginning. And that very new beginning was Biafra agitation, Biafra liberation, Biafra restoration, Biafra freedom. And he never relented. He was so resilient. All the stones that were thrown at him, he used them to lay foundations and build skyscrapers. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? He had built edifice. He had built very formidable structure in freedom fighting all over the world. Unshakable foundation. That even after the deputy left, the foundation is still firm and strong. Anywhere he go, he speaks the same thing. He says the same thing. The same authoritative assertions. Everywhere, are you hearing? It doesn't matter the MI5, it doesn't matter the FBI, it doesn't matter the Interpol. Anywhere he's even in the seat of Satan, where Satan is sitting, he will still say the same thing. The same thunderous voice. Fearless. If he didn't have a new learning, if he didn't have a new beginning, nobody will know him today. His name will not strike fear in the hearts of men and women, regardless of how highly placed they are. I was trying to say, based on what Paul said, that made the name of Yeshua so powerful. He said it is because of what he has done. How did he do the things he did? He learned. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? He learned. He had a new learning, so he had a new beginning, so he died and resurrected, so God now gave him a name that is what? Above every other name. And I ask you again, do you want your name to reverberate? Do you want your name to echo through history? Do you want your name to be on the lips and the tongues of the next generation? Are you hearing what I'm saying now? Then you must have a new learning. And you must have a new beginning. Yeshua said, take my yoke upon you. Oh, dear me. Oh, my Lord and my Father. And learn from me. Of course, there are many things to learn from Yeshua. But I'm going to extract a few that deals directly with a new beginning. As I said before, his coming from heaven to the earth was a new beginning with the purpose of giving us redemption and salvation, and also to save mankind from eternal damnation, which is actually his Father's will. Where did he begin? In his Father's house. In the temple. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? He began where? In his Father's house. How did he begin? By interacting with doctors and teachers of the law in his Father's house, in the temple at the age of 12. He was not distracted. Other children were busy. Are you hearing me? His age mates, 12 years. Some of them 10 years, they were busy. After the feast, all of them left with their mama. Some of them, their mama dragged them for hand, they go. But Yeshua stayed back in the temple at the age of 12. Today, many people only 3 hours in the house of God, their body is scratching them. 4 hours in the house of, they are looking clock, looking time. Yet, even if you tell them not to come to church again, right there in their house, they will achieve nothing. In that their so-called business, nothing, no brain, no idea, no nothing. As if that the house of God where they are missing a lot. That the hour they spent in the house of God should have made them to buy jets. Where did he begin? In his Father's house. How did he begin? By interacting with doctors, teachers of the Lord, the Sanhedrins, prominent men religious leaders of high repute, he was interacting with them in his father's house, not elsewhere, because he came for a new beginning and he was focused. He had the precise vision, even at the age of 12. Luke chapter 2. Luke chapter